So excited to see how this one plays out. But we are ready to jump into this draft, and it's going to be a good one. I mean, just right off the gate, you see the similar opener here from Four Zoomers. They grab the Magnus Enchantress, and Thunder Predator respond with the Rubik Centaur themselves. So something Oscar had a lot of success with yesterday.
Yeah. Picking up this Rubik against the Magnus didn't go so well in the previous game that we just saw, but was never able to get that RP steal. That's usually what you're going for with the Rubik. But even if you just manage to grab yourself the Empower, you can make a lot of carries significantly stronger with their farming and their ability in team fights now. Juggernaut's been a little bit more popular. I wouldn't pick up a Juggernaut with the Rubik just because you're not always guaranteed to have that Empower. But for Zoomers, I think that one is going to be a little bit more value on their side because Dabila had an amazing performance last game with it. And I think it's fairly good against the Centaur lane. Being able to trade with him, spin him down, and heal off a lot of the damage that you're trading as well with that healing ward. I think they should play fast again, unless Thunder Predator has had the time to pick that game apart, and I'm not sure they have because I think they were in pubs or just getting up before this match. They're going to have to work it out for them. But bands coming out, I think Thunder Predator are a little bit shaken after watching that first game of Four Zoomers against Lava, and they don't want to deal with the Gunner Invoker either. The man's reflexes have been incredibly quick today.
Yeah, he crushed it in game one on that Invoker, so it's not surprising at all that they see it banned. They go ahead and remove the Juggernaut as well. Costa Bile
Yep.
just shredded on this hero last game into the Centaur as well, so they are feeling very good.
Mhm. Now, when we had the opportunity to interview Oscar yesterday, they said they were more focused on playing their own draft in their matchup against Four Zoomers. In this game, it's pretty responsive. The Rubik in response to the Magnus. You never pick Rubik for its own sake, and then the bans to the Invoker and the Juggernaut rather than anything that's going to be countering out your lineup. So this feels like reactionary Dota. So maybe they are a little bit shaken after watching these Four Zoomers games.
They are, but I think Four Zoomers did a really good opening ban here. They get rid of the Mars as well as Panda Moose, Abaddon. These are two heroes that have really enabled Thunder Predator. So they are forced to do something a little bit different here. When I say different, I just mean not those heroes because they still get the Ogre Magi, they still get the Rubik heroes that they're super familiar with. But yeah, I like the bans. Like these all seem targeted. They all have a good purpose here. Obviously, Dark May goes Bat Rider removed from the pool as well. His Lizrak. Paka is not going to get the chance to get his hands on the Morphling either. So all good stuff. All good bans from
Mhm.
both teams. Research is being done.
Yeah. And for anyone who's tuning in just now, Panda Moo, as of course Panda Boo, did slightly change his name around. And all five of these games are going to be played on USE server. So you have a bit of a ping advantage here on the side of Four Zoomers. But if you were watching Pro Series 7 or 8, doesn't really matter to these guys. They put an amazing performance regardless of that ping disadvantage. And they almost wiped out Undying in 7, and they came up as the champions of Pro Series 8.
Yeah. They end up going back for the Dark Willow here. So Zoomers, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
Hmm.
Wise
And
words.
as good as Husky is on that hero, when we see the pair with the Enchanter, it is most likely going to be Zephyr on that because he does value stuns quite a bit. And he made some serious work with Dark Willow in the last game. We saw some great Terrorize, some great Bramble Mazes catching people out. But I'm surprised they haven't just instantly picked their second hero. Usually on this third four pick for the team that picks first, they grab the combos right away. They do have a bunch of reserve time to fall back on right now. They end up pairing it with the Chaos Knight, which would make sense. And we understand the Leshrac ban out a little bit more if they plan on taking this Illusion hero. We've seen the Leshrac ban quite a bit, but nobody had picked up the Illusion heroes for a couple of matches now. And I do like that because you only have single target stun between the Ogre Magi and the Rubik with the lip, at least instantly. So
Yeah.
they're going to have to pick up something that can clear out the Chaos Knight now.
We mentioned the Chaos Knight a few times. There
We did.
several times in this tournament. We've been curious if the teams were going to actually pick this hero up. Seems Zoomers actually going to give it a run as they pick it up here in phase 2. But Thunder Predator, I don't think they're all that worried. There are still a lot of illusion counters so far, or still in the pool. It just kind of depends because a lot of times they come from the offlane. Heroes like Brewmaster is one of the best, and you already have the Centaur, so they're gonna go for the Medusa. And this,
That's another one. Does a
yeah,
pretty good job.
not a bad one.
Not a bad one. It sounds like you went crazy about it in your voice there, Ricky.
It's good. It's not as good as it used to be.
Yeah, with the instant kill
Yeah.
evolutions.
Oh,
That was
goodbye.
very good.
But
uh,
yeah, I remember that there was that patch where Chaos Knight literally couldn't get picked because Medusa just like threw Mystic Snake and all of your illusions died. Um,
mhm.
it is a pretty good matchup, but Chaos Knight's gonna be pretty farmed with the Magnus and power here, I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah, of course, the Chaos Knight did lose his cleave talent, so he doesn't farm very well by himself. But that issue is going to be mitigated by Moo on his Magnus, throwing the empowers out to him the entire duration of the game. It also means the Medusa is kind of forced to go a different build. Butterfly has to come out when you're playing against Illusion Heroes. You see it all the time against Anti Mage. Same sort of deal against Chaos Knight. It'll force him to go in MKB, which he doesn't really like getting over stat items a lot of the time.
5 seconds.
Storm Spirit now banned out on Zoomers. We saw Hero banned out last game as well against or when they picked up the Enchantress and the Dark Willow. You don't want your backline easy to jump, and Storm Spirit is an amazing backline jumping hero that can play very fast. It makes space for Medusa,
Yeah,
which they're going to need this game.
they do
So
definitely.
I imagine it's going to be several tempo heroes. Puck could be another hero that I have in mind that for Zoomers probably want to get rid of.
We'll get rid of
It
Kunkka,
is,
right? Like
yeah, you probably want to get rid of Kunkka.
Dark
Puck,
Mago's
Kunkka.
Kunkka is just like a staple, and it is a good space
Mhm.
making hero. I think as well. The cleave as well as the amount of AOE damage that it can do to help bring down Chaos Knight and his illusions.
Mhm. The Stormtrooper would have been fairly good at that as well, just being able to drop the Revenants. And
Oh,
late game, you'd have the Aghanim Scepter as well. They've been able to conquer themselves on Thunder Predator.
it
So,
would have been a really good deny pick. It would have been a very good deny pick, but
mhm. Gunnar doesn't play as much of that, though. You think that means that they have something like Brewmaster in mind to play in the mid lane? I
10
know the only
seconds.
person who's really been playing that in the mid is Gunnar.
yeah.
And they've got first pick here coming out of
5
the ban phase.
seconds.
I don't think they want to go for that. They need something that just like plays with the tempo of the Chaos Knight Magnus. Like Chaos Knight's gonna get to like 2 items. Like
Mhm.
I don't know if you go drums on this hero anymore, but he was a hero that was still going like the armlet drums build. But I think once you have like armlet +1 BKB, this hero is really strong in this game.
Yeah. You have no way of controlling it up at that point. Taking down the Medusa is going to be a little bit of an issue, but if you can kill all of Medusa's teammates, then it's slightly easier. But yeah, that Kunku band's kind of interesting because I thought they would have taken that for themselves as well. That mean in my head, that means that they plan on taking something that's more odd, and Four Zoomers is going to struggle to think of, and they have like a couple backups in mind as well.
We'll see what they
As
decide
far
to do
as
here with the last bans, though. I mean, these have got to be. It's got to be Gunner's hero, and it's got to be Pakis's hero.
Turn to
Okay, they
battle.
ban out Tiny. That's another Dark Mago classic. Okay, so they are really just target banning here
no,
rather than.
why would it have to be Pox's hero?
10
I'm pretty sure
seconds.
Pox is going to play
Or
Medusa in the
I'm
top lane.
sorry, I meant Dark Mago's hero. My bad.
Okay. Anyways, Tango gotten rid of, Tiny gotten rid of. I think that Thunder Predator, they might just take Timbersaw on Dark Mago.
You could. I think that's something that could be overlooked here, especially if they pick a strength mid lane.
10 seconds.
So we'll see what they
remain.
decide to do here. The Pango band's actually really sick, really good into the Medusa.
5 seconds
Yeah.
remain.
Diffusal Blade pickup on the mid Pango there would be pretty solid here. Also, like the constant disarm coming off on you is a major problem.
Yeah.
But a strength mid laner here could be a good option for Four Zoomers, and they just have somebody else who's decent at picking up a Heaven's Halberd, and they can kind of just play like kill all of Medusa's teammates, spam out Heaven's Halberds on to her, wipe out her team, and then focus down the Medusa with superior numbers afterwards.
We
10
s-
seconds left now for Four Zoomers. Strength hero or no strength hero?
To pick.
Strength
Unbelievable.
hero.
Okay. Gunner
Spirit.
Spirit. I mean, he's done that. I was gonna say, he ran an Earth Spirit before, or Earth Shaker in the last game. Gunner maybe just feeling himself on some kind of fun, stylish mid heroes, and he's gonna grab the Earth Spirit for himself. He usually goes a very fast vessel into a BKB, and it's a great vessel game. So
5
see if he can
BKB
get
game.
there.
remain.
But
And
I would just pick Timbersaw here, 100%.
yeah, you see three melee strength heroes on the enemy team. It becomes even more value than it was before, and you had to have been thinking about it. But they go for the
Oh,
Bristleback
Dark
instead. I
Mago's
mean, there's
Bristle.
your
Make the ultimate.
yeah. It's AOE clear. It's able to play fairly fast. It doesn't get punished super hard by any of these heroes on the enemy team. I'm it's safer than a Timbersaw pick, I feel. But I think I would have preferred to see a Timbersaw.
I think the Timbersaw actually would have been really, really, really strong here. The one thing I'm unsure about with this Bristleback is if it's going to shut down Earth Spirit enough in the mid lane, because he's still going to get a decently timed vessel, and now you have, a Spirit Vessel to deal with your Bristleback as well as the Centaur. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah. So it makes that Spirit Vessel even more value. I mean, it would have been value against the Timbersaw as well, but against the Bristleback, especially if he's not able to survive his HP up, he's going to struggle here. But it's been a little while since we've seen a Bristleback mid. It pops off at times. I mean, I remember seeing Quinn on it a couple times the last DPC. He just ran a trade on some of these enemy teams. But let's see if Dark Mago's got that same strength. This is, again, bound to be a good game. Map view on this Rubik, I'm not crazy about. I think it's a little bit underwhelming up against, and the laning phase especially. You got some scary lanes here on 4 Zoomers.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Dark Will of the Enchanters are so strong in the early game. Chaos Lane always has a huge kill potential in his lane. Yeah, should be a rough landing phase for Thunder Predator, but if they're able to make it through that and not lose too much ground, Foxes still has space on the map to farm. They can keep the towers up, and they've got a decent shot. So we'll see if Thunder Predator and draw this one out long enough to beat 4 Zoomers here. But we've seen things have been pretty close, despite the fact that everything has been so one-sided in the recent game we've been watching. We came out of the group stage. The 4 teams that went into the upper bracket were tied for 11-4, 2 of them, Infamous and Lava, and then the 2 teams below, they're 12-4, and the 2 teams below them 11-5, which are the 2 teams in the grand finals that you see right now, Thunder Predator and 4 Zoomers. And then all these teams ended up playing through the upper bracket, all taking 2-1s against each other. So even though the matches haven't been that close, the series have been. So I imagine these teams are going to be pretty evenly matched today. We might even see this go to a 5-game series.
I won't lie, that was unexpected.
And I wasn't holding that opinion when we started today until I saw 4 Zoomers and what they did to Lava.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think a lot of people had probably favored Lava going into this last series, but like we said, Zoomers just having an incredible performance here to start off the day, and I imagine they're feeling really good going into this series now.
But both teams, their win conditions are kind of clear. Stall out for late game as much as possible here on Thunder Predator. If it does go into late game and you're on the side of 4 Zoomers, well, we've got 3 strength heroes. All these guys are going to be able to build Heaven's Halberds against the Medusa, but Bristleback is still going to be a pretty big problem. We can see massive damage coming out from this guy with his Warpath. And he's got decent delusion control as well by, with the Aghanim Scepter once he's got enough gold for that.
Pinging the high ground. They do know where they're at. And Kostabile, he's going to walk into 4. Nice War Stomp in from Oscar. And I don't think he's crawling away from this one as he grabs first blood there on the Centaur. They will go 3 runes here on 4 Zoomers, but first blood going to the offlaner. Pretty happy there if you're the Centaur.
All right. Net worth relatively even. Slight advantage for 4 Zoomers off the... Oh.
Gunner stuck. Oh, no. Oh, no. He put a ward down and telekinesed him onto the high ground during his teleport.
My God,
he has no role either.
That. He's going to be there for so long. This guy... They just have Z-Freak in the mid lane instead. They have to do that.
Gunner's stuck here for minutes. Like, this isn't like a little bit. He's going to be stuck here for like 2.5 to 3 minutes.
They're going to have the courier come out, but...
They have a ward to scout it.
Yeah, they've got a ward to scout it out. I mean, Rubik should just head back over there and stop Gunner from coming in on the Earth Spirit. So they have to throw Z-Freak in the mid lane. They have to change things up completely. They might even be forced to run Gunner as position 4 for this game.
This actually, like... Oh no! I don't even know how to describe this. This is a rough one.
Is he gonna TP over there?
All right, his TP
Matthew,
is coming.
TP
Still on cooldown. 17 seconds, and in comes Matthew. You just gonna wait.
Oh my God!
Gunner sees him.
Yeah, he pings him out. But this doesn't help his situation at all. They're gonna need to send someone over there. top lane. Oscar gets gone on by Husky. I mean, he's by himself in this lane. That makes things more difficult for him.
Matthews just taunting him. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Oscar top lane. Will he actually fall? He ends up surviving on just a little bit of HP. Matthew just standing here running in circles with a high five. Like, hey buddy, I'd just try it. You know, try and TP. See how that works out for you. Dude, I don't know what you do in this situation if you're the Zoomers.
He's gonna stack. I mean, you might as well while you're over here. Take advantage of the fact that you're shutting down Gunner's TP. Husky's gonna have to come over here and somehow deal with this Rubik.
Like, Husky can't do anything. He doesn't have a stun. He can't, like, prevent him from telekinesing, like, dropping the telekinesis on the Earth Spirit. The only hero that can come over and do something is Moo on the Magnus with a skewer.
Yeah, and he'd have to come all the way down from the bottom lane. There's no way he's going to do that. So Gunner, he just continues to be stuck over here. Dark Mago, he's now level 4 in the mid lane. Z-Freak level 3. Your entire game ruined off of one single misplay here.
All right, here comes Husky. He's like, all right, buddy. Boulder kick on the money. I mean, he'll gladly give up his life to cancel the TP. Okay, he's not gonna. Gunner is out.
In fact, he goes down as well.
Yeah, Husky gets the kill, but like we said, 3 minutes for Gunner to get off that cliff, and now at a 4-level disadvantage almost in this mid lane.
Yep. He's lost 3 minutes of game, and we'll see if that's enough for Dark Mago to be able to shut down Gunner, who was on fire today, but he's not going to be feeling too good after that one.
I mean, we did say that he has to have a good game here. It is essential that he comes online with this early vessel, but it's been slowed down a little bit, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not like Oscar is struggling either. I mean, he's got 16 CS here in the top lane. He's level 4.5. They're looking to get on top of Matthew here. And he just TP'd to the lane. Nice telekinesis there, but Costa Bile runs him down, and another kill goes the way of Husky. I mean, this is the trade-off, right? Your 4-position Rubik suffering, but I think you're pretty okay with it for potentially the best start you will ever have on a mid bristleback.
Yeah, the best start you're going to have against somebody of Gunner's caliber. Unfortunately, he missed the stomp there on the Centaur, which is why they got the run down on the Rubik, but he's going to smoke himself up, and it looks like he's moving towards the mid lane here. Getting a kill off on a Gunner isn't going to be easy, though. You're still playing Earth Spirit, very tanky hero, huge strength growth rate. Even if you have Warpath and Rick tries to make rotation.
Bottom lane, he's underneath the tier 1 tower. They got the body blocks out of mana. Z-Freak gets the kill. A great skewer there from Moo, and now Panda Moo. Not to be confused with the regular Moo. This is a Panda version of it.
And Moo's changed into Kim, of course. Centaur. Gets gone on here by Costa Bile and Husky. He's taking a lot of damage.
He's dead. All right, this off lane now doing really well as a result of the Rubik, not being able to play in the lane.
That and a couple of misplays. I mean, you've lost mid super hard, but your other lanes are now winning. It's 1-4 now. 4 Zoomers actually with a net worth advantage.
Gunner might actually just get ran down here in the mid lane as Dark Mago just hit level 6. He's got the move speed, pops the Fairy Fire.
Okay.
No problem at all. He needed to not connect with Bristleback on that roll.
Yeah, you have to essentially accept that you're giving up tons of CS to this Bristleback in the lane, and Boulder Smash Dark Mago away and Rolling Boulder away if he tries to come in onto you. He's gonna come back to the mid lane. I mean, that's the nice part about being level 3 is your respawn is very quick.
Yeah, sure. at least my respawn's fast. Just my mid laner. Bottom lane, Moo gets taken down, falls to Pockets here on this Medusa.
So recovery kill for the Medusa, thankfully, and they're going to continue to stack these ancients up now on the Rubik. Medusa hopefully be able to make her way over here and clear these ones out before long. Then he can take over the lane on the Rubik, who's only level 2 at 6 minutes in because he was trying to hold back a Gunner.
I'm speaking of Gunner, just getting T-posed on by this Bristleback in the mid lane. He is going to get kicked back to the Magnus, but your Magnus is only level 5. Z-Freak's here as well. You just don't have any kill threat on this guy. He's got a Hood of Defiance completed.
Top lane. Oscar. Oh, okay, he's gonna be fine, maybe. He's got 2 golems and a centaur.
1 golem, 2
the stomp?
golem. Enchant into the centaur stomp. Husky just soloing the offlaner. This guy's pretty good. Can he get the kill? One more auto attack. He does. On the backside, Z-Freak hiding Pandamu and Matthew through this bramble maze, but a Cursed Crown catches on too. They got the centaur stomp to follow. Doesn't look like they're gonna have the damage to finish him off as Dark Mago rotates on in. He will have Shadow Realm TP, but
he's baiting him as close as he can.
he just
before,
dies if he
does
doesn't use it.
Yep, he's just trying to bait him. So he's wasting a lot of Dark Mago's time.
Coastabile got the tower though.
Yep.
Coastabile is doing very well.
3.7k net worth. He's doing better than the Bristleback who had a free lane.
Matthew mid lane gonna get wrapped on here by Gunner. I think a little bit of the revenge arc here for this mid lane Earth Spirit as Matthew trying to hobble away, and he's gonna be able to break the ankles. Looks like he's getting by. Nice telekinesis there from Matthew, and in comes Dark Mago here, the Bristleback doing work, but you're just gonna feed this kill spree on over to him from the enchant. Just gets 320 more gold into his pockets.
Very nice. I mean, Husky's been putting in work this game to make up for the lack of work that Gunner's been able to do.
Yeah, I mean,
Finding
they're
kill after
basically
kill.
the same net worth. Gunner is currently 6th on that chart.
You're not wrong. I thought they would just switch things around and make Z-Freak the position 4 as soon as he started heading over to the mid lane, but being able to do that real-time switch with your players, I think is probably a little bit too hard. Plus, then your entire game plan is ruined because then your Dark Willow is a core.
Ooh, nice time stun there from Pandamu and Gunner. He's gonna get chased down here one more time as Dark Mago gets himself a killing spree.
Tip comes out. They're trying to take control of this hill now on Coastabile and Z-Freak because they've got no top tier 1 tower. It does make it a little bit easier for them, but Coastabile's actually going to TP down on the bottom. He realized, okay, no objectives here. I thought he'd stick around to contest the Medusa's farm, but I guess he's just going for objectives of his own rather than trying to contest Medusa, who is now ahead of Coastabile finally. And is going to stack this one more time.
They
Already
are
has
just
power treads
crumbling
in
here on the
Yasha.
map. It feels like they're not getting anything on the side of the Zoomers. Like, they got the top tower and Coastabile is doing okay, but I feel like you're gonna hit this window in like 5 minutes of Dark Mago, as well as this Medusa with how farmed this Medusa is, just running through your team.
Yeah. The mark of doing well, I always is like the 5k net worth at 10 minutes, and they have 2 heroes that are past 5k net worth here at 9 minutes into the game. Pandamu accelerating this farm on the Medusa with the Bloodlust, and yeah, he's already maxed out Split Shot and 3 points in the Mystic Snake. He's farming so fast right now on Paxos. They have to work it out for them. Mu getting run at by Dark Mago on the Bristleback. He's already taken the mid tower, so his next objective is the top tier 1, take control of the enemy team's jungle. And Gunner's up here to contest, but again, he's only just level 6 with his Urn. At this point, last game, he had a Spirit Vessel completed.
All right, they're gonna try grab the Bristleback. They get the RP, plus, of course, the Cursed Crown, the Bramble Maze just holding him underneath the tower. They're bringing the entire team here, and they will finally take down Dark Mago, and it goes the way of Coastabile, the best possible scenario there.
Give themselves some Urn charges now on Gunner as well. Ends up being about 1,000 XP for that kill. I mean, you had to rotate the entire team, but I'd say it was worth it. It's not really like you let the enemy team put pressure on your mid towers. You'd already lost it.
Nice play here once again as they managed to find the Ogre, but a little bit late as the Medusa's already cleared up all the stacks here in this jungle.
Yeah, Z-Freak's here to put a ward onto the Ancient camp here. Wants to slow down the Medusa's farm. And like you said, we're a little bit late on this one, but preparing for the future here. Dark Mago getting run out again. Gunner, I think he's just going to focus on slowing him down.
Yeah,
he's got 4 points to the roll, so
he's still got boulder kick and stuff. He's just trying to bait this out, it seems. Ooh. Just kind of kite him as the backside of the fight. It's Coastabile going in with the help of Dark Willow, and they just take down 2. They're just ignoring your Bristleback, but Pakas is finally here to join the fight. Will grab Z-Freak. Meanwhile, Dark Mago does need to be a little bit careful. He is all alone here, really far forward, and They got the damage. Costa Bile, they get him. And now they're looking for more roll in from Gunnar. Are they managing to pull this game back into their favor? The Zoomer is taking fantastic fights and Oscar chasing for him, but it's not going to work. Gunnar turns around Boulder, not on the mark this time, but Oscar will take on out its Pakas, though. You got to be careful if this Medusa is so dang strong, and she's going to enjoy some time on the cliff here herself. Costa Bile trying to take down Matthew. And they will grab the Rubik. TP out from the Medusa. She's gonna make it.
Oh, Z-Freak, he tried to get the Bramble onto the Medusa. She's trying to TP out, give him the Gunner treatment, but Foxes did manage to make it away. Dark Mango's game slowed down a little bit by those 2 deaths in a row. He got played by Gunner in that last team fight. Ended up getting like several rolls off away from him. They tried to gap the distance with that Centaur ultimate, but
Actually, Pop Phantasm mid here. Gunner, I think, might have thought he had that rolling boulder talent. Not used to being level 8 at almost 13 minutes into the game. But wrapping on bottom, Husky. I mean, a real MVP so far this match is how much work Husky has done for Zoomers here. Like, absolutely. I mean, on not of the match, but for the MVP of the Zoomers is definitely going to be Husky. He has done some real heavy lifting here to try and keep his team in this one. 7-14, gold almost even, despite everything that's happened.
Yeah, 6-1 on his kill score. He's got himself a Solar Crest as well, which is going to work wonders is if he just drops this on anyone in the Bristleback's trying to run down. Actually, it's only 6 armor now. Times have changed. Remember this thing when it gave you like 12 armor?
Yeah, that was a wild time.
Yeah. It's pretty cheap now, though.
Yeah, it used to build with like plate mail and stuff, right?
No.
No? I don't remember, dude. It's been a while. Oh, it was Ultimate Orb was the old build-up. That's what it was. I was like, it was some expensive item.
It was really hard to get the gold for Ultimate Orb, which made it trickier to grab. And they removed the Ultimate Orb and reduced the armor slightly, but it honestly just buffed the item. And then they nerfed the armor again and the attack speed.
Top lane, they're looking to make a play here onto Dark Mago here, potentially as TPs come through. They scout Husky, and they're going to try and respond themselves. He has a haste rune instantly purged there by the Enchantress. RP comes through. Oscar with the Stampede. It's going to be a big fight here. Gunner rotating in. I don't know if he can do the damage, though. It's going to go down to Costa Bile. Terrorize. It's going to be able to interrupt the backside. Connects onto all 3, but you lost the Magnus. Centaur, the first hero to fall on Thunder Predator, but you're held up in place here on this Chaos Knight, and he can't get out. Surrounded here by Dark Mago, who's so healthy, as well as Pakas, and they will go ahead and find themselves a 2-for-2 trade, but a big win here for Thunder Predator.
Well, for Zoomers, they do manage to get the Ogre Magi on the way out, but you did take 2 cores there. I think it was the last tick of the... Yeah, the last tick of the Magnetised ended up finishing off the... Ogre Magi there. Couldn't quite survive that one. So you're coming back into the game on Gunner now. He's level 10 and Bristleback's level 11.
Yeah.
That ain't bad.
That's pretty good.
Actually, they're both level 11 now.
Those like 2 deaths that Dark Mago had in that early mid game was just like really slowed down his item progression. I mean, he's still incredibly farmed. He's got Vanguard, Hooded Defiance, Treads. Like, he's still doing pretty good for himself. But it's this Medusa that like had the freest game in the world as a result of this early game.
Yeah. Goes it speaks volumes about Gunner to be able to recover from something off that, and there's a Spirit Vessel now completed. It'll make it much easier to kill this Bristleback. He doesn't get to play nearly as aggressive as he was, and
they're gonna find the Bristle. He is all alone once again with the rest of the team surrounding him. The Chaos Knight, this dude just melted him.
Yeah, he's all out of armor once the Chaos Knight gets on top of him. You're an 8 armor hero with the Spirit Vessel, or no Spirit Vessel, with the Solar Crest and Chaos Knight's 4 points in Reality Rift. I mean, it puts you in the negative territory. That passive doesn't help you, and Chaos Knight finds another there. Gunner comes in. He gets the Magnetize off. Ends up only connecting onto Matthew, but he's got a haster and he's looking for more. Spirit Vessel onto the Ogre Magi. He just kicks him through the Bramble Maze. They get a double. 4 heroes are dead. What is happening here, neph? 9-20, 4 Zoomers is coming back into that. That's what's happening. Fox is still at the top of the net worth. This guy's going to be a problem, but Dark Mego's over-aggression is now causing 4 Zoomers to walk all over them. He's got to be careful with how far forward he goes. Again, he doesn't have any armor.
They're going to do it again?
He's about to drop again.
They just jump onto him, and you can just keep kicking him through the Bramble Mace. The Chainstones are there. Bristleback, he's dead again.
Dark Mego can't afford to play this aggressive. I mean, you're used to this on position 2 Bristleback. You think, okay, I'm invincible. I can run at the enemies non-stoppable. Not if you don't have armor, and you do not have armor. Each death, he's taking like 1,800 damage in 3 seconds from this Chaos Knight.
It really is all physical damage that's coming out. Like, it's the item builds, again, it's mostly Husky having this incredibly early Solar Crest that you didn't expect in this Enchantress. I mean, he's had it for a while now. He's on his way to a Force Staff, but the cost of your, Earth Spirit having nothing is this Enchantress became borderline a carry.
Yep. And as this Roshan falls for the first time in the game, we see a clear advantage in XP, gold, and win probability. Or he's going to go the side of 4 Zoomers. Show me that swing.
Is under attack.
It is. It's
There it
slowly
is.
updating for the first time this game. Smoke up here from the Zoomers. I mean, they've got everything available. Moo, I think Blink Dagger being delivered, if I'm not mistaken, and that's going to be a huge, yeah, it is. It's going to be a huge, like, gap close, and
Enemies.
if they can find the right RP targets, that's all you need.
Thunderpred have to be a little bit shaken after all this. Despite what they did to Gunnar, he's back inside the game. Dark Mego, he's not having a great time anymore. In fact, the first time this game, he's out-leveled him now. 13 on Gunnar, 12 on Bristleback. The beginning of this game means nothing to him now. Hopefully they can find themselves a Dragon Scale or something like that for the Bristlebacks who's able to survive this heavy burst damage. But the man's probably wishing he built something like an armor instead of this Vanguard or Defiance at this point. Into the Sanj too. See, the Sanj is the part that I don't understand. I mean, yes, he's getting stunned up, but again, the armor feels so crucial.
He just needs a BKB, like, really badly. He needs to have a BKB.
Yeah.
Reality Rift, not piercing BKB, as well as being able to remove that Solar Crest. Whoop. Mid lane Stampede. They've managed to cock Gunner. He's not getting out of here, right? Tries to go for the roll.
No.
Terrorize. Does connect, but they get the kill just in time. And Dark Mego, he's running in, trying to get his eyes on these other heroes. We'll see Moo. And he gets caught. Ooh, ends up kind of whiffing there on that skewer.
Dark Mego's
But
got to be careful.
Matthew steals skewer as well, so this is going to be really scary.
Moo almost hit him with the, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I mean, Medusa's not here for this fight, so if you actually take this engagement here on Thunder Predator, I'm pretty sure you lose.
Yeah.
But here it is. Pakas comes in, gets that Eye of Scotty completed. They're going to scout that one out and be like, nope, no more. We leave. Time to go.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to be able to catch anyone. Z-Freak, he's too quick. Tranquil Boots, Scepter Divinity. And then I think he's just going to TP to base. Through another lane. All right. Man likes to live dangerously. I like it.
He wants to go cut the next wave. Dude, look at this guy.
Dyer's
The audacity.
is under attack.
What a gamer.
Structures are fortified.
Okay, well, he tried.
TP's out.
Radiant's
Good effort.
tower is under attack. Dyer's bottom tower is under
I take the
attack.
tier 1 tower there, though, and now barreling down to grab this tier 2.
You now have to confront the Medusa. This has been a, like, looming problem here for the Zoomers. And Paka is now showing up to the fight, has the Bloodlust. He is level 16. Sanj and Yasha, Eye of Scotty completed. They actually see Gunnar TPing in here on the backside, and Oscar catches him with that hoof stomp. Stampede comes through as well, but he is alone on the
There's no
backside.
follow-up
Matthew
damage.
comes in, he gets the stun. It's ticking, but on the backside, that's where the fight's really breaking down. Paka is trying to zone these heroes out with the Stone Gaze, but he is trapped for the moment. Coast to Belay dumping, and the damage, the RP comes through. He's out of mana. The Terrorize on the money. They surround, they take down the Medusa. 4 heroes are gone.
The only person to get
Again!
out is Bristleback. And that's his unstoppable streak. I mean, they split up that fight. They had Centaur and the Rubik, their main disables, and disengage, running at Gunnar for some reason, but he's not the problem. He never has been this game. It's this Chaos Knight pumping in tons of damage and move and letting these sick RPs. They're getting baited and given the runaround by 4 Zoomers.
It's just been perfect team coordination so far today from the Zoomers. I mean, games 1 and 2 of our first series, but here, game 1 of the grand finals, I'm almost speechless as far as how they managed to pull this one back, and every single hero being active in these fights. And now, you know, this Medusa, who was top net worth by a pretty large margin, that is shrinking by the second here against this Chaos Knight.
Yeah. And not nearly as confident as she was a moment ago as well. Now has the BKB queued up, had the butterfly before. I think the butterfly is pretty important against a Illusioneer like CK.
Well, bottom tier 2, this one under siege. They do have the fort to try and clean this up, and they will, but Four Zoomers are positioned to take down this tower. They're going to commit for it. That's going to open up the outpost, and Four Zoomers pushing that lead a little bit further now.
Because Belay's got to turn around, though. Age is about to expire. He doesn't want to be up at this tier 3. And Magnus and Earth Spirit quite far. They've got no way to get on top of him and catch him out, though. I mean, that's one of the benefits of having a Spirit Hero on your side, is the huge gap close. They do still offer that with Earth Spirit, you know, regardless of the fact that you didn't have the best beginning of the game. Then a Predator's better at standing their ground and, you know, running at the enemies, being very tanky with the Bristleback Medusa Centaur, but not anymore.
I will say they've had some really sick plays on the like combination of Earth Spirit and Magnus, like Boulder kicking a hero into a like skewer. Like they've been able to reposition heroes a lot this game, and the fights like they're taking, they're just doing such a great job, and it just comes down to comfort. Like they've clearly practiced this.
Yep. I mean, there's a comfort item BKB completed now on the Earth Spirit. Still working on Magnus's BKB. Chaos Knight has his completed at 9 seconds. Working on his Blink Dagger, though. Needs another 500 gold for that. I think that's going to be their next major timing, is the Blink on Chaos. Oh, all right, they're just smoke up and look for a kill regardless.
Yeah. I mean, they know that Pakas doesn't have his BKB quite yet. He you know, wouldn't have the money for it.
Dark Mago.
There's a nice ward on the high ground here, so it is going to be difficult. Maybe they're just going to turn their attention off and pick Matthew. And it's going to be Moo. That delivers another kill to his cores. Actually, to Husky, it would seem. But that D rune did get scouted here, and Gunner, he rolls in. He finds Pakas. Doesn't get the kick up onto the high ground, but Stampede's going to come through. He's actually caught inside a bramble. He needs a little bit of help here. Pops the Stone Gaze, but Gunner unable to stay on top of him. I mean, a decent response. You get 2 big ultimates.
Yeah, but all you can do right now on Thunder Predator is run away. They would have loved to not force that Stone Gaze, but now they've got no way to fight against them, and they're going to have control of this Roche Pit when we see a potential respawn in the next 60 seconds here outside of Four Zoomers. So, map all belongs to them right now.
They're actually going to group up here and try and invade the jungle. This is going to be scary. Husky in some trouble. Does Force Staff himself away, but Costabile is on the backside of this fight. He goes in. Matthew is just dead. You got to deal with this. Centaur Curse Crown connects. It's going to stun. He pops the BKB. They found the Medusa and RP on the backside, holding them in place, surrounded out of mana again. It's just Costabile doing all of the work here on the CK. Finally in some trouble, but a beautiful skewer to make some space. Dark Mago, he needs help. The only survivor here of Thunder Predator, but it's not for long. Falling low. It's a triple kill for Husky on the Enchantress. A 5-0.
They just can't fight them. They didn't have the BKB completed on the Medusa. There was 600 gold off it at the start of that fight, and she went down again. I feel like if they had just gotten that, they'd be able to take the fight into Four Zoomers, but they're not giving them any breathing room here. They felt a little bit more confident with the BKB on Dark Mago, but he can't do it by himself anymore. I feel like he threw away too much of his lead in the early mid-game when he had those couple of deaths in a row. Now...
I mean, it was so sick. They get the catch onto the Medusa, like by the high ground here, and then Gunner just kicks her all the way back into the middle of this section into an RP where Dark Mago is already standing. So you end up just getting a 2-man RP with, you know, with Moo just being stood on by this Bristleback, and normally you don't expect that to be able to happen.
Yeah, and he's struggling to find a target on the Bristleback as well. Like, he's trying to chase at Husky. He can't actually bring him down because he's got too much armor with the Solar Crest and the Untouchable. He's got 2 points in it. So regardless of the fact that he's got Warpath, he just doesn't have the attack speed. To
They
bring
got
down
vision of
anybody at this
Oscar.
point.
They grab him, skewers him right back into the enemy team, and he is down. Invading
no
this
armor
triangle is so impossible here when you don't have the vision. And Gunner, he's looking for Dark Mago. The Chaos Bolt comes through. He pops the BKB, forces it. Gunner has to use his as well. Should be able to get out of here with another rolling boulder. But Z-Freak trying to cut off the escape here of this Bristleback, and Moo ready to go with another skewer, but a great telekinesis from Matthew. Tries to grab him, but not going to connect. Forced out onto the high ground. Panda Moo is out, but you got to be so damn careful here on Thunder Predator.
You can't afford to lose a fight just outside your base like this. If you do, the game is over. But for Zoomers, they feel so confident putting the pressure on you. Tier 3 neutral items are going to spawn, and Roshan's going to be up in the next
1 minute
here. So, yeah. And this is a longer respawn. They're going to know that it's got to be within the next minute and 20 seconds.
They smoke. They need to, they know that it's going to be soon. Like, they have to play.
They've got all their cooldowns other than Phantasm on for Zoomers, though. I'm not sure they can take this fight to them. Medusa, she'd only just completed her BKB.
Phantasm is a major part of their team fight, though. It is so much damage. It is the only reason Paka's has been out of mana. Oh, okay. Paka's just reveals himself to grab that courier. They know exactly where they are. Zoomer is just going to sit here and hold the high ground.
Question is if they bait them into thinking that the Medusa's just going for tier 3 neutral items and they try to take the fight into them.
They blink out on Matthew. Costa Bila, I mean, Phantasm's up in a second. Gunner, he finds the Rubik on the backside. Costa Bila jumps in. Centaur stunned up for the moment, but the Stone Gaze going to be able to buy him a little bit of time. They get one kill, but you got to bring down this Chaos Knight. BKB pop. They're looking for Pakas. Phantasm finally coming through. The blink up in a second, but the Terrorize once again onto 2, and they melt one by one. The Zoomers are just dominating Thunder Predator here in game number 1, and Gunner, he gets the kick. What is that from downtown? Dark Mago, he's found you. He doesn't have a, he's got a BKB. No, he doesn't. Oh my God.
He had used it. I mean, he was off on the other side of the team fight while when they initiated on the Chaos Knight. He was picking off Moo, and he did force the RP out of him, forced to use it on just the Bristleback, but they needed the damage from like, it's too difficult to win these team fights now. They need the damage from the Bristleback and the Medusa on this Chaos Knight in order to bring him down when he's stunned. But if you grip up onto him and you don't try to control Moo, he's going to RP your entire team and turn things around on you. So it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation now.
Yep. And now second Roche going to be going over to the Zoomers here. A shard available. I'm curious who they give it to. Moo's Horn Toss, obviously very good. Gunner already has his, so it's definitely going to be Moo's. I don't think they give it to Husky for the passive 3 Natures attendance, but you could. You could have some fun with it. It's definitely not bad. All right, they do give it to Husky. That's a lot of healing. He's a lot more difficult to bring down. Okay, no, he gives it to Moo. Like, I was like, I guess, you know, if you really want, but Horn Toss seems pretty good. Yeah, they will give it on over to the Magnus, and another catch mechanic available for their bag.
These catch mechanics, they have pretty big in grabbing Dark Mago. I mean, it doesn't stun you anymore, so he can BKB out of this.
That's an Aya Scotty for Chaos Knight. It is on the way.
He feels confident enough to hit the high ground.
All right, that stun lasts forever. That's really funny. The Chaos Bolt from Rubik lasts so long.
I mean, the debuff, it doesn't give you debuff duration anymore. Arcane Supremacy. It's Chaos Range and Spell Amp.
No, yeah, you're right. It was just a max duration stun, I guess.
Yeah. Oh god, Costa Bila is so scary.
I mean, this Eye of Scotty is just so perfect.
Yep.
He now has an Elven Tunic. If it wasn't hard to bring him down before on this Medusa, you're going to have no chance now. I mean, this guy is borderline unstoppable, top net worth here.
Yeah. I mean, that's the scary part about trying to bring down these...
Z-Freak. He's caught the Ogre. And, yeah, you're dead. You're real dead. Bottom lane, they are at least cutting the wave here on Pakas. He has a TP out, so he should be fine. I don't think they're too worried. They also don't really want to chase that far for him, I imagine.
Yeah.
Well, I say that, and Moo's going to do the exactly that. Yeah, Pakas will just TP into the mid lane. They see it now, but Costa Bila, he's in their base. Force staff out from Husky.
I mean, here's the thing. They couldn't bring him down last
They caught
time.
Dark Mago. Kicks him back. Forces the BKB. Gunner now in trouble. Body blocked in here from Dark Mago. Well done, but has a Ghost Scepter just in case. And here comes the Phantasm. Costa Bile. He finds Matthew, and he is super dead.
And then now all they can do is wait inside their base for the next 40 seconds until Rubik is back up. He has not had a game. Either Costa Bile gets on top of him at the start of the team fight, or Gunner manages to blow him up just by dropping Magnetize and Spirit Vessel.
He goes in. He finds Dark Mago. He's got no BKB, but with a huge RP on the backside of the fight. He pulls him right into the Terrorize. This Medusa can't offer anything. Finally, you get the first Aegis here on this Chaos Knight. Oh, a skewer back from Matthew. Costa Bile forced to BKB, going for the TP. It's okay, it's just that simple. BKB TP out. Z-Freak gonna try and do the same, but Oscar catches him. A disengage here from the Zoomers. You didn't manage to finish off that Bristleback, and it's gonna cost you.
So ends up being a 2-for-2 trade. You do end up, at the very least, forcing 2 buybacks out of another Predator there. So they lose Matthew Pandamu again. The game is going to get a lot easier. But now I'm starting to solve some of these problems on Medusa. Pox is, when he didn't have the Chrysalis for that fight that happened inside the river, where they caught out the Chaos Knight by himself, they just didn't have the damage to bring him down fast enough. And he's even tankier right now that he's got the Eye of Scotty and the Elven Tunic. Once he's got the Daedalus, though, it
could go back the other way, honestly.
Yeah.
The damage, it will fall off for the Zoomers here in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Like, it will heavily swing in the way of Thunder Predator. So that's why they're trying so hard to get this high ground, and they managed to hold here on Thunder Predator. And this game is nuts. I don't know where it's gonna go, but it can go either way at this point.
Yeah, the Chaos Knight will start to fall off and get stronger on Medusa, but Dark Mage's game was slowed down so much by some of these early deaths, and Fox has suffered a little bit as a result of that one as well. The Enchanted Quiver pickup on the Medusa as well was an amazing find. DPS going up significantly because of that one. But 4 Zoomers have been getting all these favorable initiations off, and as soon as Moo lands another good RP, they can get on top of Medusa without after the RP, and she doesn't have a butterfly, then I think the game will just end. Like, it's been so close to just like Zoomers running their base over them, taking these fights inside the base. All the lanes always shoved into the side of Zoomers, but they're running down mid regardless of
Smoked up here behind Oscar.
They're shoving in top of the Centaur, but bottom lane is being shoved in right now by the creeps.
If they manage to pick off, one of these heroes that are on buyback, it would be huge. Yeah, you're right. They need to cut this bottom wave. They can't let this push in anymore. Actually gonna smoke up here on Thunder Predator. They want to fight. You're going right into the Zoomer's vision, though. They just placed a ward here.
The wrap. Oh, they're gonna try to wrap around the back. I think
they're gonna try and play under their own vision. Oh, Costa Bile, he gets vision of them. He's in careful. They get the stun right away. The RP comes out. He manages to catch 2. Can they actually finish him off the Terrorize? Once again, you gotta get this Medusa. There's the Phantasm and Gunner looking for them on the backside. She's able to pop the BKB. The Stone Gaze is out. Pakas, the damage being dealt. He gets the Stone Gaze out onto the CK. He's gonna fall. Costa Bile, he finally dies. Has buyback, but they get the Medusa anyway. Dark Mago, he's alone. The damage, it's coming from the Enchantress. The impetus spam. Husky's the carry now. Costa Bile rejoining the fight without buyback. Thunder Predator might be out of this game as they're gonna be able to stun the Centaur, bring him right back in. 5 heroes dead, 2 diebacks, 2 more forced from Thunder Predator.
And Medusa, she bought out the same time she went down. She's not going to be able to buy back here. It's just Bristleback and Centaur against all these heroes, and we've seen what
Gunner's going in.
They've done to them every single
want Dark
time.
Mago.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the armor.
They get the stun. They pull him back in the skewer. He's held in place. He's got nothing left. Dark Mago goes down 100 seconds. No Bristleback, and Zoomers defying the impossible in this game, managing to potentially secure game 1. Neph, can you stop them?
I don't think you can. Another 30 seconds until Medusa's back up. They free. They could very least going to grab another Raxia. I don't think they're going to be able to stop them from getting Mega Creeps, though. I'll be honest with you, Phantasm's just going to take this down even quicker.
This is such an incredible game from the Zoomers. I like Gunner not being mentally destroyed after the first 3 minutes of this game. I mean,
Mega Lane was just absolutely ruined. Regardless of that, though, a couple of deaths ended up doing the exact same thing to Dark Mago.
And here it is. Paka's rejoining the fight. 2 lanes of barracks down. They don't manage to secure Megas, but Zoomers will back off. They will respect Thunder Predator.
Dire's middle tower
Why give up the victory now? 21k net worth advantage. They can go back. Roshan has a chance to respawn the next 35 seconds here.
Husky with the 45 damage talent and has a Grove Bow Hurricane Pike.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy does damage.
I mean, we saw this from Moose, didn't we?
It's the Untouchable
Or
slow
this
as well.
same sort of build, the Dragonlance on the Enchantress.
No, it was Silencer, remember? He was playing Silencer and went
yeah.
Dragonlance. What else was it? I don't remember. But yeah, it was just super tanky.
Mhm.
But
So
good luck killing this. Oh, she has an MKB. Wait, what? Husky has an MKB,
God.
Neph.
This is supposed to be a position 5 player. He's 14-1 in 19. Who gave him this kind of farm?
I mean, Gunner from not being able to be in lane. We said at the beginning, Husky was putting this team on his back, and my God,
He's got more farm than Dark Mago.
This Enchantress is terrifying. Like,
Yeah.
you can't just deal with Costa Bia now. You have to kill this Enchantress, or she will just shred through your heroes. They're smoked up here as 5 on Thunder Predator.
I don't think anyone can kill the Enchantress, though. I mean, she's got Nature's...
Gunner. Oh, they saw the courier.
Yeah, she's got the plus 65 untouchable slow. She slows people 265 attack
Husky
speed.
gonna get found. Oscar managed to jump them, but there's the RP right away. They gotta get the chain stuns out. He doesn't get the BKB. Medusa is dead. Panda Boo as well. Gonna bite the dust. The GG just comes out, and Zoomers close this game out 50-14.
It looked impossible at the start. Gunner stuck on the hill for the first 3 minutes of the game. There was like a 3 to 4 level advantage. Dark Mago, he had free reign of this mid lane, and they... LOLs, oh my God. 4 Zoomers against all odds managed to close out this first game. We said they looked like they were in great form today. I was so concerned from the start. And when I woke up this morning, I thought, there's no way that Zoomer is going to be able to beat Thunder Predator. You know, the returning champions, second place BTS Pro Series 7. But this game looked incredibly one-sided. As soon as like the laning phase ended and they started making moves around the map, they started outplaying them time and time again. And I got to say, Husky, he played out of his mind this game. Finding kills onto Rubik, finding kills onto Centaur, punishing them for pushing Gunnar on that hill there and farming up. Ending this game 15-1 in 22 on a position 5 is absolutely insane.
That it honestly might be one of the best position 5 KDAs ever. Like legitimately ever. 15-1 and 22 on a position 5 is unheard of. That is ridiculous. He played so damn well this game, but I don't know how Zoomers managed to keep their cool after the start that they had here, but the fact that they did and not only pull it back, but just run over Thunder Predator here into the late game. I mean, this was just, they're on a whole nother level today, Neph.
Absolutely. And so I'd say that they got their revenge for what Thunder Predator did to them yesterday. But this is just the first game in the best of 5, Ricky.
It is. We're going to go to a quick break, everyone. We've got so much more Dota coming your way. Again, this is the grand finals of the BTS Pro Series Season 9. Stay tuned. We'll see you after the break.